When did the golden child get a taste of the real world? Well, buckle up, because this saga is a messy cocktail of family dysfunction, betrayal, and ultimately, sweet, sweet revenge. Growing up, my sister Lena was the undeniable golden child. Our parents sanitized and worshipped her every move, all while treating me like I was the family joke. Or worse, the scapegoat. Lena never had to lift a finger or face any consequences. Straight A's? Check. Cheer captain? Check. Dad's favorite? Absolutely. Me? I was the wild kid, got into fights, dipped into drugs, and bounced between shitty jobs to escape the toxic bubble our family lived in. Naturally, I left home as soon as I turned 18, with only a bitter goodbye from our parents. But Lena? She stayed put, basking in their endless praise and control. Fast forward 5 years, I'm deep into a dead-end office job, trying to keep clean from the stuff I once leaned on to dull my pain. I got a modest apartment, a couple of steady friends, and some self-respect. Not much, but it was mine. Out of the blue, my dad calls me, his voice dripping with fake concern. Lena's in trouble. She's made some bad choices. You should come home. I immediately thought, okay, maybe the golden child's finally fallen from that pedestal. Turns out, Lena had spiraled into heroin addiction, the very drug she once mocked me for. Not only that, but she'd been secretly hooked for close to 2 years, lying to my parents, stealing money, and worst of all, hooking up with some hardcore dealer named Marcus, a violent ex-con who our once pristine living room was trashed, pictures knocked off walls. My parents were shell-shocked, their perfect image shattered. Lena, gaunt and skittish, was high out of her mind on the couch, Marcus pacing around, yelling about debts and paying up. Now, in the past, I would have probably walked out and slammed the door, but something inside me snapped. I knew this was my chance to finally flip the script. I told my parents to call the cops if they wanted, but they were too scared to get involved. So I took matters into my own hands. I waited until Marcus left for a deal, and then sat down with Lena, the sister who once looked down on me like I was trash. I didn't sugarcoat anything. I told her how pitifully she'd fought. I knew I had to be smart. The next night, I secretly recorded Marcus bribing on a burner phone about scamming my family, how he planned to steal our savings and disappear. I also caught him threatening Lena again, slurred but menacing. Then came the ultimate move. I fed this info to my parents and tipped off the local police anonymously. Marcus got arrested, dragging a whole web of dealers down with him. Lena was forced into rehab, kicking her habit. She's still fragile but determined. My parents? They're slowly realizing that their obsession with Lena blinded them to the family's real problems. And maybe, just maybe, they owe me a thank you for cleaning up the mess they'd made. I'm not going to lie, it felt ironic telling the golden child harsh truths and pulling her out of that toxic nightmare. Maybe it was karma, or maybe just finally stepping into the role I was always denied. Either way, it's the first time Lena's had an honest taste of the real world, and for once she needed me to show it to her.